can say the name of the village. Some say Shidalpur, some say that the name has long been unclean. The mere mention of the name brings bad luck. But everyone agrees, the village is unclean. Not just the name, but the air, the soil, the water, the people. Everything has a strange impurity. When I first went to that village, I thought these were folk tales from rural Bengal, just like people who grow up in the city, a mind full of disbelief, logic, and sarcasm. But after spending 3 nights there, my idea was shattered. At the entrance to the village, there is a crematorium under a jackfruit tree, yet no one cremates there. They neither bury nor cremate the dead. They leave them. Where? No one wants to say. The first thing you notice upon entering the village, there is no basil at the door of any house. There is no sound of conch shells. No one lights a lamp after dusk. And the strangest thing, no one here observes the ritual of purification after someone dies. Rather, everyone is impure, intentionally. I took refuge in the old post office bungalow next to the only school in the village. The school has been closed for many years. There are dark stains on the walls of the post office bungalow, like dried blood. The locals warned me, don't sleep with the window open at night, and don't respond to any noises, especially if someone calls your name. The first night was spent in discomfort. There was the sound of insects chirping all around, the call of a jackal in the distance. In the middle of the night, I suddenly felt someone walking, a rustling sound. I didn't open the window. I kept myself strong even though I felt a shiver in my chest. The second night, the incident happened. It was almost midnight. Suddenly, there was a cry. Very close, a woman's voice, trembling as if coming from inside her chest. A word kept coming out of the cry. Unclean, unclean. I was about to open the door. Just then, I remembered the village people. I stopped. The sound of crying stopped just outside the door. Then a light scratch of nails. On the wooden door, once, twice, 3 times. Open, I want to be pure. My body went cold. Pure? No one in this village wants to be pure. Everyone wants to remain impure. Scared, I moved to the corner of the bed. There was sudden silence outside the door. It seemed like no one was there. But then a shadow entered through the crack in the door. The shadow slowly took shape. A woman, white sari, untidy hair, no face to be seen. But a smell emanated from her body, a mixture of rotten flowers, raw blood, and mud. She looked at me, no eyes, empty holes. You are pure, she said. That's why I need you. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't. My throat was dry. She slowly approached. Her feet didn't touch the ground. It floated across the floor. Just then, a distant sound like a conch shell. Continuous, the woman's body trembled. She backed away. She screamed and disappeared into the darkness. The next morning, the villagers came. I told them everything I had seen. They were not surprised. On the contrary, there was a terrible peace on their faces. She has come again, said old Madhav uncle. That unclean one, I asked. Who is she? They told me the history of the village. Many years ago, there was a Brahmin family in this village. A girl was born to them, a beautiful woman. But on the day of her birth, the water in all the ponds in the village turned black. 3 people died of an unknown disease. People said, the girl is unclean. When the girl was 16, she fell in love with a fisherman's son. The village was devastated, a Brahmin daughter and yet unclean. Her love. She must be purified, decided the village elders. In the name of purification, she was tied up and taken under the jackfruit tree of the crematorium. Ganga water, fire, mantras, everything is used there. But instead of purification, the girl's body burns and her soul comes out. The girl did not die, she remained impure, and the entire village was involved in her impurity. Since then, no one in the village can remain pure. If someone comes from outside in a pure state, that is a target. I realized I am in danger. That night, I decided to leave the village. But there is no way to leave the village. The path I came by has disappeared. There is only fog and mud around. On the 3rd night, the unclean woman came again, this time not alone, more shadows with her. Men, women, children. The same words were on everyone's lips. Be pure. Be like us. I ran towards the crematorium. Standing under the jackfruit tree, I shouted, I don't want to be pure. Then the ground cracked. The unclean woman's true form was revealed. Her body was half burnt, half rotten, a distorted smile on my face. Purity means liberation, he said. Impurity means staying forever. I closed my eyes. When I regained consciousness, I found myself in the village. Everyone was looking at me, a strange joy in their eyes. I looked in the mirror, a black mark on my face.